Good evening. The time is 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time. This program is coming to you live from Chicago. And in the news at this hour, a black man identified as Jacob Blake was shot several times by a police officer in Kenosha, Wisconsin on Sunday afternoon and is fighting for his life. A graphic video purported to be of the shooting shows officers with their guns drawn following a man thought to be Blake as he tries to enter a vehicle. Suddenly, at least 7 gunshots are heard, and the man appears to go limp alongside of the car. It was later reported that the shooting took place as Blake's children looked on. Police said they were called to the address to deal with a domestic disturbance, but it is unclear who called or what happened before the video recording began. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers addressed the incident shortly afterward, saying Blake had been critically injured. Separately, police clashed with protesters in Lafayette, Louisiana on Saturday, a day after officers shot and killed Trayford Pellerin, a 31-year-old black man, outside a convenience store. The New York State Attorney General is asking for a court order to compel Eric Trump to be deposed in an investigation of the Trump Organization. In court filings today, prosecutor Letitia James' office said Eric Trump had initially agreed to sit for a voluntary deposition on July 22nd, but in the end he refused less than 2 days before he was scheduled by agreement to give testimony. James's office outlined the scope of the investigation into whether the Trump Organization improperly inflated the value of Mr. Trump's assets on financial statements in order to secure loans and obtain economic and tax benefits. Fox News is reporting that more than 24 former Republican members of Congress threw their support behind a Republicans for Biden effort. It officially launched today. The announcement comes on the first day of the Republican National Convention. The list of Republican supporters throwing their weight behind Biden includes a number of well-known Trump critics, most notably former Governor John Kasich of Ohio and former Senators Jeff Flake of Arizona, Gordon Humphrey of New Hampshire, and John Warner of Virginia. White House counselor Kellyanne Conway, one of President Trump's staunchest and most controversial defenders, has announced she is leaving her post at the end of the month. Her husband, George Conway, said he would also be withdrawing from his role at the Lincoln Project, a group formed by anti-Trump Republicans. Kellyanne Conway is listed on the agenda at the Republican National Convention this week, but there is now some doubt that her speech will go on as planned. Here is our nightly coronavirus update. The FDA has given emergency authorization to treat COVID-19 patients with convalescent plasma, which is made using blood from people who have recovered from coronavirus infections. This decision comes after President Trump had been pressuring the agency to move faster. The FDA says convalescent plasma has been used to treat more than 70,000 COVID-19 patients, and that the known and potential benefits of the product outweigh the known and potential risks. But while early studies have shown some promise, some health experts argue data from randomized, placebo-controlled clinical trials is needed before it can be determined that the treatment is effective against COVID-19. Here are the latest numbers from the U.S. Center for Disease Control. Total cases now in the United States, 5,700,000, up from yesterday's figure by 39,000. The estimated death toll now stands at 177,000. That's an increase of 570 from the previous day. More news in just a moment.
A social distancing tip.
Putting distance between yourself and others is critical to slowing the spread of coronavirus. So here are ways to stay in contact. without the physical contact part. Call, send a text, set up a video conference, post on social media, dedicate a song on the radio. If you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Time is 9:05 p.m. In economic news, there is a 1 in 4 chance the economy could fall into a double-dip recession. That's according to a majority of economists surveyed by the National Association for Business Economics. 2/3 of the organization's members say the economy has not yet come out of the recession that started in February. 80% of them see a 1 in 4 chance of a second dip once the economy begins to recover. On Wall Street today, upward movement on all 3 major indexes. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 378 to close at 28,308. NASDAQ up 68 to 11,380. And the S&P 500 at 3,431. That's plus 34 points. And now here's the weather report. Still hot and dry in the west and northwestern states with fire alerts continuing. On the eastern side of the country, the storm that had been Hurricane Marco weakened overnight to tropical storm status, but will still bring threatening winds and rain for portions of the Gulf Coast, mainly Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Meanwhile, Storm Laura will produce tropical storm conditions across the Florida Keys this evening before reaching the southeastern portion of the Gulf of Mexico early tomorrow. Forecasters indicate Laura has the potential to increase to hurricane level. And finally, for Chicagoland, back to regular summertime temperatures for the next several days. Tonight, mostly clear, low around 75. Tomorrow, Tuesday, possible showers in the morning, then clearing around noontime with mostly sunshine, high at or near 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, mid-70s, and midweek for both Wednesday and Thursday, sunny and warm, could hit high as 97 each day. Our current conditions, partly cloudy skies, 89 degrees at Midway Airport, lakefront temperature 87, relative humidity 47%, and a west wind at 7 miles per hour. AccuWeather radar is clear for several hundred miles in all directions. The time is 9:07 p.m. and once again, here at Radio City, we have 87 dehydrated degrees.
Live from Chicago, Variety Broadcast presents Radio Classics. Now, here's your host, Tom Edwards.
Turn on the radio. We'll play it way down low. There's a tear in your eye that's reflecting the fire's glow. I wish this night would never end. The sun ain't gonna be my friend. Lying here waiting and wishing I knew when. We'll never have to say goodbye again. We'll never have to say goodbye again. You must leave, I know you will. I won't let you go until you show me some secret for making this time stand still. And somewhere, sometime from now, together again somehow. All of the waiting will seem like a moment, and then we'll never have to say goodbye again.
There we have England Dan and John Ford Coley. That one sure says 70s, doesn't it? At least if you're old enough to remember the 70s, which I guess I am. And it's kind of a depressing thought that when you think even the very latest of the 1970s, 79 is what, 41 years ago? Oh, my word. Oh, let's talk about something happier than the passage of time. As I was just typing on our chat screen, now some of our regular audience members and trivia mavens are already aware of this news, but I am in the process of developing a new chat board for usage on our website, and I think it's going to be a big improvement. And I'll post the link toward the end of the broadcast tonight, and then anybody who is interested, well, you can stick around. I'll be working on the website tonight, in fact, so you can be a guinea pig and help me out with your opinions of it. I'll probably be working on it tomorrow, too, so if you want to hit me up on Facebook by way of the Messenger program, the Facebook Messenger chat, why, you can do it that way. But like I say, I'll be working on it tonight after the broadcast, so if you're up for it, just stick around and I'll be posting the link to show you where to find it. All right, 12 minutes after 9 o'clock. Boy, it's a hot one in the Windy City today, and not a wind at all to be found. It's still and warm and humid outside tonight. I went out for my usual run over to the 7-Eleven to get my occasional lottery ticket and cup of coffee and bag of cat treats. We don't dare go out without remembering to pick those up. But anyway, just in the walk over and back, it's a couple of blocks. Why, drenched in sweat. It's just hot as blazes. We hit, I think, 95 degrees today for our high, and that is exactly what we're going to do for the next couple of days, too. How about where you are? Is it any better than that? You're running your air conditioner? You keeping cool? Well, speaking of cool, let's play our cool game, our world-famous trivia game. We'll get to it right after this important word from our sponsor.
The music goes zoom zoom, the drummer goes boom boom, and everybody shouts hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale. Oh, hail it Valleydale, come on, let's sing it loud. We'll show the world we're proud of Valleydale ham. It's the finest you can buy. This ham is sugar cured and hickory smoked just right until the wood smoke puts that zing in every bite. Valleydale sausage, Valleydale wieners, Valleydale bacon. Sing, 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 Valleydale. The music goes boom boom, the drummer goes boom boom, and everybody shouts hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale. Oh, hail it's Valleydale.
All right. Let's see, 14 past 9, and speaking of new chat board and trivia game and all of that jazz, the best part of our new chat board will be that an account is not required. It's optional. If you want to create an account and have your regular nickname locked in, why, you can certainly do that. But it will make it easier for people, I think, to participate in the trivia game. So we'll try it out tonight, and then you can let me know what you think. But it's going to open things up wider, make it easier for people to participate in our game, which I think is probably a good idea, because my control panel always tells me that there are people kind of lurking off in the background. They're just listening and they're not participating, which is fine. I mean, I'm glad anybody is here listening. I'm very glad to have you along. But we're going to make it easier for participants to jump into the game. All right, so here we go with tonight's game, Trivia Masters. Here's how we do it. We play for Monopoly money, and whoever the most knowledgeable and skillful player is to accumulate the most Monopoly dollars by the end of the broadcast, why, they walk away with a fabulous grand prize. Tonight, it's the second of the Orange Properties, Tennessee Avenue. Now remember, please, no search engines, no Google or Bing or Siri or Alexa or any of that electronic stuff on the honor system. It's much more fun to draw from your own knowledge. Be careful about multi-part questions. Your answer won't be counted unless you answer all parts of the question. And in case anybody missed a meeting, why, we voted a week or so back, we no longer have the spelling rule in effect. As long as your answer is reasonably close and readable and in the English language, why, we will not hold spelling against you. All right, those are the rules. Now that we got the business end out of the way, let's get to the fun part. Here we go. Our first question, popping out of the old trivia machine, $30, and it's under the category of history. She was the first African-American woman elected to the United States Congress. She represented New York's 12th District from 1969 to 1983. Although George McGovern, of course, was the party's presidential nominee in 1972, her name was placed in nomination at the Democratic Convention that year. Tell me the lady I'm speaking of. $30, history. She was the first African-American woman elected to the U.S. Congress, serving New York's 12th District from 1969 to 83. She was nominated, one of the nominees for president in 1972. Tell me the lady's name for $30 in Monopoly money. I was complaining a while ago, no wind in the Windy City. Maybe the fifth dimension can help us out. Blowing away. Wishful thinking as far as the weather report. There we have the Fifth Dimension, one of their goodies from the 1960s on Radio Classics, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. We have a winner in our great trivia game. Tell you about it after this.
From the valley of the jolly, ho, 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 Green Giant, good things from the garden in the valley of the jolly Green Giant. Summer green, snapped and fresh, kitchen sliced to taste their best. Tender beans are coming from the valley.
These Green Giant green beans start from special seed and grow into these tender, thick meat beauties. Then they're kitchen sliced at an angle to bring out all their flavor and freshness. Taste the difference yourself. Try Green Giant brand kitchen sliced beans. And if you prefer, you can get the Green Giant's French-style beans, too.
Good things from the garden, garden in the valley, valley of the jolly. Ho, 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 Green Giant.
Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Trivia question. No, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to announce the previous winner, didn't I? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, audience, big round of applause for Scott. Good job. $30 win for Scott. The category was history, and the name of the first African-American woman elected to the U.S. Congress, that was Shirley Chisholm. Absolutely right, Shirley Chisholm. All right, now on to round two. $20 this time. Our category is technology. The first public demonstration of this device, which is used to control a computer system, was, believe it or not, way back in 1968. Early versions utilized a ball rolling around inside a plastic housing. The modern version utilizes light-activated optical sensors. What technological device are we talking about? All right, first public demonstration of this device was way back in 1968. Early versions utilized a ball rolling around inside plastic housing. The modern version utilizes light-activated optical sensors. What technical device are we talking about?
You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and the truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good, solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's the bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man falls apart, I've but to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart, to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that slam, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. Oh, I believe in you. How I believe I believe in you. I
believe
in you.
That's Mr. Bobby Darin.
I believe.
Music from a Broadway show, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Remember that one? I Believe in You. 26 minutes after 9 p.m. Hey, Scott's on a roll, 2 in a row. Good shot. We were looking for... Yeah, there we go. Nice round of applause. We were looking for a mouse. Meow. Not that kind of a mouse. Settle down. $20 win for Scott on that one, bringing him up to $50 now. Don't go away. Your chance to win coming up.
Now, come on, kids. Keep up with me. I don't want to lose anybody.
Henry, you climbing Mount Everest this morning?
Feels like it. Get a cup of coffee?
Sure. Kids, stand by.
Smells good.
It's always good. Says Maxwell House right on it.
This is a good cup of coffee.
Henry, you make one cup at a time. It's got to be good. Maxwell House always is. Go get him! Everest awaits!
Maxwell House is good to the last drop. Maxwell House.
And next on the agenda,
Word of the day.
From Merriam-Webster, the dictionary people, today's word is braggadocio. The definition is empty boasting, arrogant pretension or cockiness. Second definition, a person who does those things, a braggart. This I did not know. It is named after a character in literature, not quite as famous as other ones like Grinch or Scrooge. You know how names become synonymous with something, like a Pollyanna is a person who's always in a good mood, almost contrivedly so, to the point where it gets on your nerves. A Scrooge is a miser about money. A braggadocio was a fictional character. The poet Edmund Spenser created him in his epic poem, The Faerie Queene. About 4 years after the poem was published, English speakers began using the term for any blustering blowhard. Don't look at me when you say that. All right, there we have the word of the day. Braggadocio from the dictionary people at m-w.com. All right, next round of trivia coming right up.
Grab a bucket and mop, scrub the bottom and top. There is nothing so clean. That's my burger machine. With a broom and a brush, clean it up for the rush. Before you open the door, or to shine on the floor. When we finish one then, start all over again. Tell me, what does it mean? At McDonald's it's clean. You deserve a break today. So get up and get away to McDonald's, McDonald's.
I'm kind of in the rare mood, which hits me once or twice a year, where a McDonald's sounds good right about now. Kind of have a taste for a Big Mac. Isn't that strange? Well, we're at the halfway point, 9:30. Look at that. Let's get round 3 off and running. Here we go. Next question. We're looking at geography this time. A $25 value. Here are your clues. Pawtucket, Narragansett Bay, Red, White House. All right, geography is the category, a $25 value. Here come your clues. Pawtucket, Narragansett Bay, Red, and White House. Give it a shot and good luck. There's a lovely one in waltz time. Percy Faith and his orchestra. Theme from A Summer Place. 9:32, 28 minutes before 10 o'clock. And hello to Pat, who just came on in and joined us. We saved you a seat. You're late, but better late than never, huh? All right. And speaking of Pat, she hit the trivia this round. Good job. Yeah, boy. A $25 question under the category of geography. The clues were Pawtucket, one of its cities, Narragansett Bay, those are the coastal waters, red, as in the chicken, which happens to be the state bird, Rhode Island red, and White House, that's a person's name, not the building. Mr. White House, in this case, the senator. Rhode Island is the right answer. Good job. We'll be right back.
It's raisins that make Post Raisin Bran so wonderful. It's raisins that make Post Raisin Bran so different. It's raisins that make Post Raisin Bran so raisiny. More raisins, lots more raisins, more raisins than you have ever seen before. If you like raisins, have juicy raisins. You like Post Raisin Bran more.
Post, the more Raisin Bran.
All right, our scoreboard looks like this. Scott in the lead with 50. Pat in second place with 25. Here at the home of the big
More
winners.
Big winners, where the action is. The Fun Spot.
That's us, the Fun Spot Radio. All right, don't stop thinking about our grand and glorious world-famous trivia game. We have another question coming your way right after this.
There's just one Schlitz, yeah, nothing else comes near. When you're out of Schlitz, just ask. You're out of beer.
What makes Schlitz irreplaceable? Taste it. This is the most carefully brewed beer in the world. It takes 1,174 careful steps to create that special taste. Real gusto in the great light beer.
If you like it light with a big taste too, there's only one brew that will do when you're out of Schlitz. Unthinkable. You're out of beer. Real gusto in the great light beer Schlitz.
The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
24th of August, looking on our helpful website here, nationaltoday.com. Oh, got some dramatic music for nationaltoday.com, huh? Yeah, we heard you the first time, Hambone. Okay, today's National Waffle Day. I love waffles. Do you? With real... Got to be real now. I emphasize real as in genuine, as in the real McCoy maple syrup. None of this grocery store bought cheap colored corn syrup business like, Log Cabin or any of those. I'm talking about genuine maple syrup from Vermont or New Hampshire. You know what I'm talking about? The kinds is about $9 or $10 for a 8-ounce bottle. The good stuff. Yeah. Yum, yum. Remember on Hee Haw how they used to say, "Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper?" Then he'd rattle off the whole menu, and at the end of it, somebody would say, "Yum, yum." Well, we got way off the beaten track because I'm fantasizing about National Waffle Day with lots of butter and real maple syrup. Yes. Okay. Back to the trivia game. Here we go. Anna 1, Anna 2. Out comes the question now. $20 on the barrel. TV trivia is our category. This comedy was a big hit for CBS, running 9 seasons from 1996 to 2005. An Italian family living on Long Island. The last name, I'll spell it, B-A-R-O-N-E. I suppose that's pronounced Barone. The husband is a sports writer. Name the show. All right, this was a big TV comedy hit for CBS, running from 1996 to 2005. An Italian family living on Long Island. The husband is a sports writer. Give it a shot and good luck.
Look what they done to my song. Well, it's the only thing that I could do half right, and it's turning out all wrong. Look what they've done to my song. Wish I could find a good book to live in. Wish I could find a good book. Well, if I could find a real good book, I'd never have to come out and look at what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my brain, Ma. Look what they've done to my brain. Well, they picked it like a chicken bone, and I think I'm half insane, Ma. Look what they've done to my brain. Ils ont changé ma chanson, Ma. Ils ont changé ma chanson. C'est le seul chose que j'ai bien fait, et ce n'est pas bon, Ma. Ils ont changé ma chanson. Look what they've done to my song, Ma. Look what they've done to my song, Ma. Well, they tied it up in a plastic bag, then turned it upside down, Ma. Look what they've done to my song. La 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 la. La 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 la. Well, it's the only thing I could do half right, and it's turning out all wrong, all wrong. Look what they've done to my song. Oh, Mama, look what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my song. Well, it's the only thing I could do all right, and it's time.
Radio Classics bringing you the talents of the Seekers. Melanie was the one who wrote that. You remember her? The gal who did I Got a Brand New Pair of Roller Skates, You Got a Brand New Key. This was a nice cover of the same song by the Seekers. All right, turn back the clock now as we look at this date in history for the 24th of August. On this date, in the year 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted in Italy, devastating the prosperous Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum and killing thousands. On this date in 2006, Pluto was demoted from planet to dwarf after the International Astronomical Union approved a reclassification of the solar system. I was very disappointed because I hope to visit there someday. On this date in 1989, after an investigation showed he had been betting on games, former baseball player and manager Pete Rose was banned from the sport. Naughty, naughty. 1949, having been signed 4 months prior, the NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization agreement went officially into effect as of this date. During the War of 1812 on this date, British forces captured Washington, D.C. and burned various government buildings, including the Capitol and the Executive Mansion, now known as the White House. Oh, for what I'm thinking, bite my tongue. Famous birthdays today, or infamous. In this case, Carlo Gambino, boss of the Gambino crime family, 1904. TV announcer for Gary Moore and the Candid Camera program. You remember the late Durward Kirby, born 1912. The late actor Hal Smith played Otis Campbell on The Andy Griffith Show, 1916. Another TV personality, announcer and game show host Dennis James, Name That Tune in the mid-1970s was one of his programs. Born 1917. The late Yasser Arafat, chairman of the PLO, born 1933. American Baseball Hall of Famer Carl Ripken Jr. is celebrating number 60 today. Marlee Matlin, American actress, number 58. And English actor in the Harry Potter films, Rupert Grint, is 32. I've got pizza boxes older than that. Nobody's 32 anymore. Not even my cat is 32. And we'll wrap it up with a musical birthday boy today. American musician, one heck of a guitarist, songwriter, author, photographer, man of many talents, a featured semi-regular act on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. He had a big hit on the charts in 1968. It would have been a number one record, but here's the thing. At the same time, Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel was on the charts. And, of course, with incredibly stiff competition like that, he just couldn't dislodge it. But it is still a million seller and a gold record, even though it never got higher than the number 2 position on the charts. Here it is, Mason Williams, A Classical Gas. And happy birthday, number 82, to Mason Williams, the writer and player of the guitar on Classical Gas. And a round of applause now for Mike, our latest trivia winner. Good job, Mike. $20. The TV trivia question we were looking for, the long-running CBS comedy, 1996 to 2005, the Italian family on Long Island named Barone. Everybody loves Raymond.
Come up to the cool taste. Come up to cool. Come up to the cool taste. You never had it so cool.
Come all the way up to Cool. King size or extra long. The only cigarette with the taste of extra coolness.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, 9:50 p.m., 10 till 10. And we're ready for trivia round 1, 2, 3, or round 5. Good grief. Where has the time gone, huh? All right, by the way, our scoreboard looks like this. Scott leading with 50. Pat in second place with 25. Mike has 20. And now, question number 5. Movies, the category. $25 on the barrel. This was a big hit in 1950. The number 6 box office draw that year. Spencer Tracy and Joan Bennett star as Mr. and Mrs. Banks, middle-aged parents coping with the madcap preparations for their daughter's upcoming wedding, the daughter being played by Elizabeth Taylor. Name this classic film. It is a cute one, too. $25, movies, 1950 it came out, big hit, Mr. and Mrs. Banks, middle-aged parents coping with the madcap preparations for their daughter's upcoming wedding. The stars were Spencer Tracy, and Joan Bennett, and the daughter played by Elizabeth Taylor. First correct answer wins $25 in Monopoly money. Up for us next musically, David Bowie.
And my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets. And every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. The sides, but never leave the stream of warm and permanent sand. So the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't tell them to grow up out of it. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Where's your shame? You've left us up to our next event. Time may change me, but you can't trace time. Strange fascination, fascinating. Our changes are taking the pace I'm going through. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Oh, look out, you rock and rollers. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Pretty soon now you're gonna get older. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I said that time may change me, but I can't trace time.
Radio Classics, bringing you the talents of David Bowie. 9:55 p.m. Okay, I made a slight mistake, I see, on the previous trivia round. Thank you for calling that to my attention. I declared Mike the winner by mistake, and he's the one who corrected it. So thank you, Mike, for catching that. Everybody Loves Raymond is the exact title of that show, which means Susan is our winner for the prior round. Okay, didn't mean to cheat you on that. Total accident on my part. But let's have a nice round of applause for Susan. Good job. All right, then. Our scoreboard, without yet counting the movie question, we have Scott at 50, Pat at 25, and Susan at 20. And we'll take a look at that movie question in just a moment.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardee. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardee products at your grocer's. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for three. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in one carton. A full half pound of tender, quick cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardee's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardee's products are at Best Grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardee's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
I think Chef Boyardee was trying to do an imitation of Lawrence Welk, wasn't he? My imitation is much, much better. I wanna fall. Maestro, could we have the theme song now, please? All right, 3 minutes till 10 o'clock. Heading into the home stretch. Just about time for me to head on out of here, but let's settle up the trivia game. Our last question, movies, the category, and Spencer Tracy, Joan Bennett, and Elizabeth Taylor, they all starred in Father of the Bride. That is a cute classic show. Rent that sometime if you can come across it. All right, first of all, a round of applause for all our trivia contestants tonight. Good job. Y'all done good. All right, the final scoreboard looks like this. Susan, $20. Second place winner was Pat with $25. And the grand prize winner tonight for the Orange Property Tennessee Avenue, that would be Scott, $75. Woohoo! All right, congrats and thanks everybody for playing. And thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you'd help spread the word, I'd appreciate that too. Let a friend or two know that we're here Monday through Friday, starting at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, 8 Mountain, and 7 Pacific, brought to you by Nabisco. Just tell them to punch up tomedwards.info on whatever internet device they're using. That's tomedwards.info. Okay, now be sure to keep your mask on whenever you go out in public, any kind of errand, whatever, and stay clear of people who are not wearing masks. Put some distance, social distance, between you and them if they are not wearing a mask, but keep your own on at all times. Listen to the medical experts. Don't listen to the crazy man in the Oval Office. All right. Tom Edwards signing off. All the best to you. Talk to you tomorrow night.